Hey guys, it's Artifact, and I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Remember to stay safe, stay cool, do what you want to do. Cyberpunk is just around the corner, and it's about 2 weeks away. For some, that might feel like eternity. And others are hoping it doesn't get delayed again. I don't think it's going to get delayed again. Knock on wood. That wasn't even wood, that was a punching bag. But it's the only thing I had to knock on at the moment. I have compiled a list of games that will cure your boredom and get you ready to play Cyberpunk 2077. Number 10 is Code Vein, just for that character creator. That character creator in Code Vein is the best I've seen in a video game, hands down. There is so much you could do with that, and it's really simple too. I've played the BAS, the BDO, and the PSO. While they're really in-depth, they're actually kind of complicated to use, and I end up making some freak of nature. Code Vein's character creation is so clean. At the same time, it is so detailed. You have so many choices and so many things to do. And even beyond that, it's a big world full of loot boxes. Not like Overwatch loot boxes, but like boxes with loots, with big swords and jackets. So Code Vein's number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is Final Fantasy 14. This is why. Because you can go up to level 60 without paying a subscription. That is base game and Heavensward. And that will fill up your 2 weeks going into Cyberpunk. Not just that. There's armor to collect, swords to collect. It is another loot game. I'm trying to focus this list on games that will play like Cyberpunk, that will get your kicks of Cyberpunk. And I feel like Final Fantasy will do the job just nicely. And the fact that you won't have to pay for it within the 2 weeks, just play it. Cyberpunk comes out, you drop it, and no harm done. It is a big download though, so be ready for that. Number 8 is Destiny 2. Like I said before, these are games I feel like will play similar to Cyberpunk. And Destiny has the gun loop where you go, do a quest, get a cool gun, do a quest with that cool gun, either upgrade or get a better gun, so on and so forth. Now, I do think Cyberpunk will be more open world, because Destiny, I feel like, is just open track, right? You're just on a road trip, and sometimes you see something cool on the side of the road, so you pull over and check it out. I think Cyberpunk will be more open than Destiny, but I do think Destiny will fill your time for the 2 weeks, especially if you find some friends. Destiny also has its new light feature, where you won't have to pay for anything, and I do think you get at least 2 free campaigns with it. I believe you get Forsaken and Shadowkeep. But I definitely know you get Forsaken with it. Number 7 is Saints Row 4. I don't have footage for this one, so I'm sorry about that. But I remember playing it. It was either on Game Pass or it was super cheap at the time. I don't remember which one. But, Saints Row 4 is super colorful, and it has that thing where you go into the program or the ship or whatever it was. And everything's neon lights, everything's glowing, everything is cyberpunk in that game. While the game doesn't take itself seriously, I kind of like that about it. I didn't get past 20 hours in it. But who knows? You might enjoy it. If anything, you could probably find it on a deal right now. Number 6 is Doom Eternal. If you want to brush up on your FPS skills, maybe you want to see how good you are, or just haven't played a FPS in a while, I highly recommend Doom Eternal. That is the hardest FPS game I've played in so long. Not in a frustrating way, it's just hard. It's rough on you. It's unforgiving. And it actually looks really good. I love the sky drop and I love the scenery. I kind of like 2016 a little better, just because it felt more hell to me. But Doom Eternal, that's my number 6. Go play it. Just go play it. Doom Eternal's great. I love Doom Eternal. But this isn't a Doom Eternal video. This is a Cyberpunk video. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was doing a top 10 list for Cyberpunk. And you know what my number 5 is? My number 5 is actually made by the same company that's doing Cyberpunk. Witcher 3 is my number 5. Wait until you see what's number 4. But right now, let's talk about 5. Which is a 3. Witcher 3 is my 5. It's made by the same guys who are making Cyberpunk. It's made by CD Projekt Red. So Witcher 3 really does fill your time. There are side quests of side quests. There's the main quests. There's also the choices and the dialogue options. And if you want to feel for what Cyberpunk is going to be, I highly recommend Witcher 3. Also, I don't think you'll finish Witcher 3 in about 2 weeks. So it will definitely fill up those 2 weeks. I use 2 weeks a lot. Let's go to number 4. Which is Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was just a masterpiece. A glitchy one, but I really think it was a masterpiece. The moment you drop in out of the vault and go into Sanctuary Hills, the world is just unlocked. You can just go wherever you want. You don't have to worry about the main story. Oh, you have a son lost out there? Forget him. Go kill a cockroach. While you can't nuke a city in this one, you can still do a lot of things. Go find chests. The chest has guns. Go make a lot of chaos. Go make a lot of friends. Fallout 4 is your world. And I really hope Cyberpunk is going to be like that. I actually think Cyberpunk will do that, but better. Number 3. We gotta go back to the golden age of Choose Your Own Adventures games. We're going with Mass Effect right here. Mass Effect was BioWare's golden age. And this is when they truly perfected it. They took everything good from the original Knights of the Old Republic. Everything good from Jade Empire and their other games. And they threw it all in a sci-fi world that they created from scratch. Without the limitations of an already established lore. like Star Wars. Mass Effect had so many different branches. And again, I'm sorry I don't have footage. I played it a long time ago, back when I was a teenager. And this is the standard of choose your own adventures. When everyone thinks golden age, when everyone says, I like RPGs, I like making your own choices, kind of like Telltales, but the choices actually matter, they go to Mass Effect. And I hope and pray Cyberpunk does that. The last thing I want is a choose your own adventure with one ending, where your choices really don't matter, where it's like a hollow choice. But I don't think Cyberpunk will be that way. But yeah, long story short, Mass Effect is my number 3. Number 2 might be a bit controversial, but I'm going to go with Streets of Rage 4 here. It's my second 4 on the list, but only one can be number 2. Okay, 1, it's on Game Pass, so it's free. Like, it costs you nothing. 2, it has that aesthetic of Cyberpunk. It's night, it's in a city, everything's lit up, everything's bright, neon. The characters themselves, the bosses, they all look like something out of a Cyberpunk tabletop. The animation is bright, colorful, comic book anime, mostly comic book if you ask me. I don't think it will fill up your whole 2 weeks, but I think it'll do a good job. Number 1. The finale, top dog of my very first top 10 lists. Isn't that big of a surprise, but it's going to be Grand Theft Auto 5. Nothing says cars, guns, sex in a big city like Grand Theft Auto. Also, Grand Theft Auto will definitely take up 2 weeks of your time. This was my first top 10 list like this. I'm hoping I'll do more. But if I sounded nervous or anxious, I'm sorry. If you liked this, go back and watch some of my older stuff and help my channel out. And until then, Artifact out.